Welcome back, boys and girls. It's time to reopen the gates of adventure and mystery to return to the land of a strange new world. Chapter 5, The Noble Ones. As the sun rose once more, me and Robert woke up and left the cabin made of trees. Hey, Si, that was some night, was it? Said Robert in a gleeful mood as we strolled into the center of the Troll City, where the campfire from last night's celebrations was still smoking in the early sunlight. As I wonder about if the lesson Reeks was truly safe, Denise walked towards Robert with something in her hand. I've come to thank you both for the whole entire evil wizard situation, said Venice in a soft-spoken voice, as he handed the Sun Eagle feather to Robert. As Robert picked up the fiery wedge feather, Venice added, I found this feather before me and those two girls. As Venice quickly paced back towards the front of the city, and Robert left the city behind, he continued on a quest to find the lost heirs. As me and Robert scampered to the rest of the flatlands, past the wetlands and up a small hill, as we passed a group of frogs, I ended up asking, what if these frogs might be the descendants of Queen Maya's parents, King Zeth and Queen Zendi? Maybe your friend Traven can axe those frogs for you, chuckled Robert, as Traven rolled up the hill. Even if I did access frogs myself, they wouldn't even know their ancestry, said Traven in a casual manner, as a green frog hopped into his hand. Besides, the disappearance of King Zeth and Queen Zendi happened over 100 years ago, while most frogs can only live up to 3 or 6 years, said Traven, as the green frog hopped back down to his family. Well, I guess Nora's froggy relatives stay a secret for now, I said with a solemn voice as we all walked down the hill into the bitter forest below. The home of the goblins, and a secret hideout for a few fairy bloods to pass. As we continued trekking through the flourishing green forest, there was a few goblins throwing hatchets and spears at nearby mossy rocks in the distance. There was also some other goblins riding on the backs of horses and other four-legged animals. I was glimpsed a calico cat with one red eye and one blue eye lying on the top of the tallest tree. Seamlessly stared at Robert like he was his next prey or something. As the wind picked up speed, the cat jumped out of the tree and ran deeper into the evergreen forest. As I heard a loud neigh, a dark stone knight hopped off of the black-winged steed and into the ground below. It's nice to see you back in 50 years' time, now being younger than you was before, said a very mature-sounding Veer, as he eyed at me. As we strolled into a cave, Robert set his spellbook down onto a table crafted out of stone. As we wandered deeper into the cave, there was 5 tapestries. The 2 on the right showed Thea and Traven with their respectable animal companions, a dragon and a black-winged horse, while the other 2 on the left showed Samantha and Sandra, as they glowed with the love of animals and other fairy bloods, while the one in the middle showed an unknown child with extreme importance, but I couldn't tell what type of powers he holds. These are all the members of the Noble Ones. Many of them formed this group shortly after you left, Si, said Traven as his own happiness begins to fade. I didn't agree with the idea of making the white moth the symbol of this group, but at last, it is what happened anyway, said Veer, as losses of memory spun around me. At the time when Val became corrupted by the power of the Dark Remnant, and the time General Gao became a beast by the extremely dangerous presence of the Dark Remnants. Once the rubber fell into the dark waters below, and Val turned into a white moth flying deeper into the crumbling cave of the ancient fairy king. I wish I had more of those sleep bullets. I wouldn't know if it would work. Does Mike Whistles work on the others? Midvale has always been a dangerous world, so I need to find Celeste Maurice and make certain to see at all costs. Said to myself as I followed both Traven and veered back to the front of the cave. Okay, my next spell should be a fire spell, said Robert as he was flipping through the pages of the spellbook. Wait, fire spell might be a little bit too dangerous to do inside the cave, said Traven, in a cautious manner as he strode closer to Robert. And the spellbook still lay firmly on the stone table. As Traven flipped through a few pages, he advised, Maurice had learned the Air Drift spell. Instead, as Robert closed the spellbook, he answered, Okay, might as well give it a shot. As Robert wandered to a pile of rocks and sticks, the same ones that a fairy let before him used, as red light emerges from Robert's fingertips. The stones and sticks started floating high above our heads. Yes, I learned the new spell! Squealed Robert as the red light crackled throughout the cave, turning all the rocks and sticks into dust. As the red lights dissipated throughout the cave, loud neighs and hollers echoed into the cave. As he jolted out of the cave, rain started pouring down. As Fear's black-winged steed, Staline, freaked out, Fear said, Calm down, boy, there's nothing to be scared of. As the horse calms down, I caught a glimpse of the goblins huddling in groups. As I dashed towards the golden heart treehouse, I felt a very mysterious and powerful dark presence heading straight towards me. The others caught up behind me. I could clearly see a few dark moths carrying a piece of the black crown. As we followed those moths to the Risno cave, the same cave that Robert trapped both me and Laura inside so long ago. Both the moths and the piece of black crown is gone, said Traven in a desperate tone, as chuckles of childish laughter are heard from afar. As I glanced around, seeing nothing apart from the almost ancient shipwreck, I yelled, Robert, use your gift now! As Robert pulled out the Sun Eagle feather, red light emerges from his hands. As red light pushes the red feather over the shipwreck, he ignited a dome of fire. As another old fairy dome breaks apart, it reveals a giant cocoon that seems to be where most of the dark moths are spewing out of. As Fear charged at it with his dragon plate in hand, with something apart from making the childlike laughter even louder. Well, that was such a foolish spoof on your part. I guess the champions of light has lost this round, said the mysterious childlike voice, as it seems like I heard it before, but I couldn't tell where. Hey Fear, maybe your blade might be imbued with some powers of that cocoon, said Traven as the laughter ceases. I didn't know that my blade screamed against the dark remnant right before King Zaraz created the Black Crown, said Fear as he stood there defeated by his own words. So this cocoon was made by a dark remnant? Said Robert with a very confused manner, as Fear drops the blade onto the ground. As he falls to his knees, Fear howled with the rage of anger. So it is true that the one person I want to defeat, I cannot. As he took out a marble and yelled, Silius! I threw it at the ground. As the marble exploded, the cave started to crumble down on itself. As it all darted out into the rain. The old cave closed off once more, not by a villain, but by a hero this time around.